Comes Pandora. Pandora.
You didn't go to Ottawa.
But there. You didn't go there. We're live.
I got arrested last time, so
I know.
This time I got all the charges dropped. They allegedly said I was trying to incite a riot, so I need to take a rest. I've been through 3 court cases in 7 months.
That's what I figured, bro. Yeah.
You know, take a little rest, yeah. And Toronto's my hometown, so I let everybody, this is 17 cities across Canada. OccupyCanada.org. You can go there, you can see the live streams, you can see the news, and all the updates from across Canada today. We have our moderators working, and I'm out here just to bring the open mic so people can speak, and speak freely under the Constitution. This is freedom of the press, freedom of speech, and this is what we got to do. We gotta keep the momentum going and get the country together, because we got to stop Harper's regime, and that's what we got to do. The attack on scientists, environmentalists, doctors, all kinds of Canadians. And it's unprecedented that we see scientists protesting and doctors. This is a revolution that's never been seen before in Canada. You know, they're spending all this money on drones, $1 billion.
And they're watching us right now.
F-35 fighter jets, $29 billion. Now they lied about $10 billion of that cost. So the Auditor General of Canada tried to take them to court. Now they're trying to gag the Auditor General in Canada. Now that's a dictatorship. We need open, transparent government. We don't have it with this government. It's a corrupt regime. It's secretive. And they are dismantling democracy as we know it, so it's going to have to take the citizens and real Canadians to stand up, to speak out, to get united with fellow Canadians, and we got to do something. But yeah, we're just here, you know what? 17 cities, we got thousands of Canadians today standing up, so it's good.
Good thing you stayed.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would stay.
And it's in connection with the 1-year anniversary with Occupy Wall Street, and also the day that Parliament resumes in Canada. So both events, you know, and that's why we need to. The Harper government needs to hear Canadians roar. That's what we need to do. And eventually we need to have an Icelanding in this country. You know what I'm saying? Iceland, you know what they did there? They wrote their own constitution. They kicked out their criminal government.
Put them in jail, the big banker.
Criminal politicians went to jail.
Yeah.
We can do it. We just got to start talking about it. We got to start bridging connections with community groups, organizations.
Thanks to people like you.
Council of Canadians, open media. We defeated that spy bill that they tried to bring through.
DeVito!
Spying on all Canadians with no warrants.
How are you, bro?
That's a good thing. So we are winning battles, you know? And that's what, just using the power of the individual, using your voice, using your ability to speak out and connect with like-minded people. I think that's what we got to do. And I try to start up that community, Occupy Canada. Right now it's got 51,000 people. So people are taking notice. And we always post the news. We always post events and try to get Canadians engaged, and that's what we're trying to do, you know. So, I mean, I wanted to go to Ottawa today, but I need to sit back. I've already been there. It wasn't a good experience. So,
when something doesn't work once, don't do it twice.
I mean, it was a lot of work to organize the chartered bus, and I called every single one of those people to make sure they had a seat on the bus, and confirmed, and got everybody up there, and then by the end of the day, we had a 5-hour event. Rally, and everybody had the ability to go up and speak and use their voice, and it was very open and democratic, and basically we went into the street for about 5 or 10 minutes, and they didn't even let me leave, and they told me to tell everybody to leave the street. We're having a peaceful assembly, and then they arrested me. I spent the night in jail in Ottawa.
I watched it.
So yeah,
I watched it.
Bullshit.
That was, yeah, it was crap.
You know, they just try to sever movements, sever organizers, keep them in the court system, make them pay for lawyers, and squash momentum if there is momentum building. That's
and it will happen. It will.
Yeah, and it will happen. You
that.
have to expect that if you're going to be involved with trying to save your democracy, save your country, they're going to come after you and arrest you.
Yeah,
but you got to
be willing that happens to you.
You have to be willing to stand up for what's right. And don't be afraid of arrest. Don't be afraid of being targeted. Don't be afraid of even getting beat if you end up getting beat one day. That's what Gandhi said. First they come after you, right? Then they fight you, then you win. Basically, that's what he said.
Well, my friend got beat too.
Yeah,
I know you.
A lot of people, yeah, that's right, man. We've been through it.
Yo, bro. Even me. I return a wallet and I get beaten by the cops. But that's all correlated.
And there are a lot of good cops. I'm not an anti-police guy. I'm pro-justice. So when they're upholding the law, they're good guys. When they're breaking the law, yeah, they're not so good. So
it's good to have a man like you on our side.
Yeah.
And it's good to see you're still here in TO.
Absolutely.
I didn't want you going because second blast, your lawyers get mad. Eh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've been in this courthouse because I got arrested at City Hall here because of the budget cut meeting back in December. That's where I got the camera smashed. And with a bloody face.
Yep. I remember.
So I got those charges all dropped. I've been through 3 court cases in 7 months, all charges dropped. So I fought in the court system, you know. You still gotta exercise your rights and stand up for what you believe in, even when you get arrested and you know they're unlawful charges. That's the key, is taking it all the way through. Don't ever give up, you know.
They don't like the paperwork.
Yeah. It's a waiting game. Usually, you know, they don't have any evidence. They end up dropping the charges. So, I mean, I call them trumped up charges because that's what they are. They trump up charges on you. They make you want to stay silent and plead for some lesser charges. No. I mean, in this country, the Harper government wanted to give child pedophiles less jail time than pot growers. You know, pot growers are getting more jail time, more longer sentencing than people that are raping children. How is that fair in this country? Who makes these decisions? A corrupt criminal government is doing that, you know? And basically, we have correction officers across the country starting to organize, starting to protest. Correction officers, because there is an epidemic in the jail system. They deliberately had it set up that way because they want to privatize the jail systems in Canada. They want to commodify crime, make money off of people committing crimes, you know? It's right now a person who gets a year term, the city, it pays $109,000. That would go to a private corporation. Now the company that they are introducing into Canada is an American corporation. It's called GEO Inc. They have many lawsuits against them for rape allegations, assaults, all types of violations of rights, you know, so we're letting an American company come into Canada, and Harper allows it. We gotta boot these guys out.
Traitor.
Put them in the super jails. Yeah. Right. Stephen Harper is not the prime minister, he's the crime minister. That's the way I like to say it. Tough on crime, just not election fraud. When they
I don't call it Facebook, I call it face crook.
Exactly.
We gotta know who we're dealing with.
Yeah. So this is a good show. We got a group of people
here.
Yeah,
we were here early.
Yeah. Ottawa, check out the live stream. I believe it's called riseupcanada.tv. Riseupcanada.tv, I think. It's on. That's the live stream for Ottawa. You can look at that, and also we have all the information's up on occupycanada.org, and that takes you right to the Facebook community.
And we're mirroring all the Occupy events across Canada.
Across Canada, 17 cities. Today.
D. Shanger's in the studio right now, mirroring everything. So
great. September 17th. You know what? Edmonton had a great showing yesterday. They're doing it again today. The pictures and the speeches.
I just seen one. Yeah.
Canada. Great.
Nice,
Edmonton.
Nice.
Solid.
nice.
I love Edmonton. They created their own poster and it says "Take Canada Back." It looks amazing.
That bar.
They designed it by themselves. It looks amazing. And they had all their signs saying "Take Canada Back." You know, that's the that's what it means. It's taking back our country for the people, by the people. And it's going to be a journey. It's going to take some time. Nothing's easy. We have to know that. That's not going to happen in one day protests. We're here for the long run. We got to be here for the long run. Occupy is not going away. We're still here. It doesn't mean we're in public parks anymore. It means we're taking the streets. That's where we're going to eventually have to beat Harper, in the streets. You know? We're going to beat Harper in the streets. I like the way that sounds.
That sounds great.
Okay.
But it's peaceful, of course.
Yo.
Beat them with protest across the street. That's what I'm saying. Yep.
We'll do the same thing.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Beat them. Beat it.
And then the Michael Jackson song will come on. Just beat it.
Beat Harper.
You gotta leave the country. You know, go back to your corporate masters.
Their lawyers are stacked. That's craziness, but
yeah, they're trying to block evidence of the robocalls to be submitted into court.
That's
election fraud. That's a criminal offense. And the lawyers for the Conservative Party were blocking evidence from going into the court system with the 7 writings that were disputed during the election fraud scandal. So that's the Council of Canadians taking the court cases forward, and the government trying all types of tactics to suppress evidence. So who's guilty, really? Trying to suppress evidence from going into court, you know? I believe there's over 200 ridings across the country were affected with voter suppression calls, and also you had 1,300 complaints with the robocalls. And these were calls from Elections Canada, fraudulently saying that their voting station is moved. Now, what kind of democracy do we have for the next election if we're going to go out and vote? They're going to still use the same tactics because they've gotten away with it. So no longer is democracy, and it's never been about casting a paper ballot. That's not what democracy is. It's about doing this. It's about being engaged. It's standing up. That's real democracy. We're going to have to take back this country, and it's not going to happen by a paper ballot. We need a revolution in Canada, I'm sorry to say. We need it now.
U.S.
We need to build it.
U.S. got to happen first.
Yeah, it's a peaceful, it's an evolution, revolution, whatever you want to call it. People coming together, uniting against a corrupt government that is controlled by corporate puppets. That's what's happening.
North America, Canadians and Americans getting together and doing a revolution at the same time would be...
The whole world's looking at us.
Wow.
We gotta rise up. You know? It takes a lot of people, a lot of people are gonna get hit from this government. You got scientists, doctors protesting, environmentalists, native activists, occupiers,
pork chops, bikers, everything.
That's right.
Name it, man. Lawyers, judges.
Everybody's being under attack. Old age pensioners, you know, they increased the retirement age. Who did they ask? Nobody. Just to put more money in their pockets, more tax money coming in. And so they can pay for more fighter jets, more jails.
But what do we do with that money? That's
put it
my
into
main
education
question.
and health.
No, I know what we do with that money, but what are they doing with that money? They're building plots on the fucking moon to leave us here to rot, bro.
Exactly.
That's a longer story. That's InfoWars, bro.
Absolutely.
But hey, it's so good to have you here. Look, I shake the man's hand. Always good. Good thing you stayed out of Ottawa, bro. Yeah. Because they'd be hunting you. They'd be
love to get me up there.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. You can check out, if you want to go see that video where I get arrested, it's Occupy Parliament.
That was good.
And just type in Derek, D-E-R-E-K, the video should pop up. There's a few videos, Occupy Parliament, and then
all you did was block the traffic.
I was the only one arrested out of like 200 people. They literally
video,
kicked me out of the crowd.
I like watching it.
You know?
Enticing a riot. For what, blocking traffic?
Yeah. I mean, it's our fundamental freedom is to have a peaceful assembly. If we can't have peaceful assemblies, then what's next? You know what I mean? Really. They're afraid of people peacefully assembling to notify citizens of what they've done. So they want to stop you, you know. Yeah, it's an inconvenience for traffic for about 5 minutes, and then we leave.
There was no traffic at all.
There was a little
on that
traffic,
video, there was nothing. There was nothing.
You know, we have charter rights. We have the right under the Constitution to freely speak, to use freedom of a peaceful assembly, and that's what we were doing there. And
Derek,
the most important time to protest is when the government's corrupt and they're engaging in fraud. So if there was ever a time to protest, especially now that they're trumping up the drums for war, now's the time we go to protest. You know, peaceful rallies across Canada to engage other people, to get everybody united. That's what we're going to need in this country.
And that cop's IQ wasn't higher than 20.
What's that?
The cop's IQ, who you were dealing with, and they were going around in circles, their IQs weren't higher than 20.
He had a pink comb. That says a lot.
IQs. I was kind of laughing. I'm enticing a riot. So that's, you know, that
they said I was arrested for mischief. That was the first charge, and then they added 5 more charges on top of that. So I had 5 charges in total from speaking in the street.
Plea bargain and this and that, make you feel guilty and then added pressure. It's a good thing you stayed because too much pressure on you.
Yeah. You know, it was, I was pretty, it was disappointing to see, like, to be there alone in a cell, like, you know, that's what they want. So I didn't play into it. You know, that's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel like you did something wrong. Well, obviously I stood up for my charter rights and everybody else's rights that were there. They asked me to leave and tell these people to leave, and I said, no, I'm standing up for these people. That's why I decided to stay. And there's no way I'm leaving, and leaving those people that I brought back on the bus, there's no way I'm going to leave them and let that officer tell me that I can't peacefully protest in Canada. So I stood my ground. And then they arrested me because they don't know what to do. What are they going to do? They have to trump up charges on you. That's what they're going to have to do.
We need to know when are we going to have more children like you, man?
That means you have to be willing to get arrested for doing what's right. Yeah, you have to stand up for the charter. You got to go out there and exercise your rights, not just knowing them on a piece of paper, not just casting a ballot. You got to get out there in the streets. And this is, like I said, this is the long journey. You want to check that out? I love that. The Occupy tent there. Yeah. Occupy Love Tent.
Tent City, eh? Remember? Hey! We had Tent City a long time ago.
Not today.
Davino.
There's a reason why we didn't shop there. Come on, get off the damn war memorial. Yeah, too much. Shit, man. Okay, whatever. It's Confederacy, but that's still a war memorial. Come on. Besides, if you do that, the police are going to get pissed off.
Let them come. 3-year-old boy, back foot. I have 3 medals for this country. I was a soldier. I do.
Which war? Which war? Oh, both of you are going a little too overboard. Get off the damn war memorial. Stop it.
Hey, what flag is that for? What flag?
That's Mississauga Nation.
Which one?
The Iroquois Confederacy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I thought it was Mississauga. No.
No way. We had on a dog who hold the wampum for the Mississauga.